Pondering God, Chapter 71. Slow down, son. As a boy, I had two recurring dreams, one of which was me flying, but I'll save that story for a different day. The other dream that I often had was frightening, and it felt all too real upon awakening. In this dream, I was chased by a man, a boogeyman of sorts, who was out to catch me and harm me in some way. As I tried to run away from the man, my legs felt like they were full of cement, and it took all my efforts just to move, one slow step at a time. Meanwhile, as I tried desperately to escape from this evil person, he drew ever closer, all in a delayed kind of slow motion, dreamlike. About the time he was close enough to grab me, I awoke, worn out and sweating from the ordeal. I no longer have that dream, but it has been replaced by a different one. For the past few years, I've been having the same dream. In this dream, I again struggle to run, only now no one is chasing me. I just can't seem to run. My legs feel weak and impotent, and I'm not able to do what I once was. In real life, it's true, I am limited in what I can do physically, but not to the extent experienced in this dream, and the frustration is real. The dream is so subtle that I'm often not aware that what I just experienced was a dream at all, and I must think hard and concentrate to convince myself that the thoughts in my head aren't real, but instead the result of a dream. It's as if there is a gnawing feeling at the back of my brain that is somehow telling me I can't run anymore, and when I'm conscious of it, I want to argue the point. The question has come to my mind, from what are you running? I've thought about it at length, and I don't believe I'm running from anything or anyone. But if I'm not running away from anything, then why am I trying so hard to run? Is there something I'm chasing after? And why is my dream trying to convince me that I can't run? I am certain that one of the many ways God speaks to me is through my dreams, and recently, the light bulb finally came on regarding the meaning of this recurring and frustrating dream. I have an issue with patience, and although it is evident in many areas of my life, it is glaringly exposed when I'm driving a car. When I fall behind a car that is moving slower than me, it isn't long before I become extremely agitated and angry. Get out of my way! I find myself turning into another person in these situations. Sometimes, to relieve my frustration, I will have a conversation with myself that goes like this. If they go straight, I'm turning right. If they turn right, I'm going straight. Anything to get from behind them and move at my own speed. This impatience also shows itself when I'm in a crowded place, and in much the same way. If I'm walking through a crowded store and a group of people are dawdling along in front of me, I'll quickly move around them to continue at my own pace. Sometimes a group of dawdlers will block the entire walkway, and I can't get around them. So I maneuver for the first opening I can find and go through minor contortions to wiggle my way through the gauntlet. I can't stand to be slowed down for anything. I've lived my life at warp speed, not slowing down for anything. For some reason, I'm not satisfied with life's pace and want to jump ahead to the next thing. What is the next job, the next town, the next house? I've lived in 14 towns and 22 different houses over the past 36 years. I always want to know what's coming down the next road. Where will I be 5 years from now? What will I be doing after this job is over? What about retirement? What will be my income source? I think God is saying to me, slow down, son. Why do you live life in such a hurry? Your life will be over soon enough. Why can't you be content in the moment? Why can't you trust me to take care of those some days? I recall a family picture. The four of us kids are with Dad, walking down a dirt road in the country, moving away from the camera. I must have been 4 years old at the time. From the picture, you can see that I'm out in front, hurrying on to the next adventure, not content to hang back with the rest of the family. What was out there that I was in so much of a hurry to find? What is out there that I am in so much of a hurry to find? Good questions. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Cease striving, or be still, and know that I am God." I believe I now see what it is I'm lacking. I lack patience, that is for sure. But do I also lack trust in Him and contentment in what I have and where I am? Jesus in Luke chapter 12 verse 25 says, "And which of you by being anxious can add a single cubit to his lifespan?" And in Matthew chapter 6 verse 34 he says, "Therefore do not be anxious for tomorrow will care for itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Indeed. Why is it that I want so much to know my future? Why am I in such a hurry to get to the end of this race called life? Why can't I slow down? I can see the lesson that God is teaching me, and I hear his admonition, "Why do you live life in such a hurry, my son? Your life will end soon enough." Putting into practice what I'm learning is another thing altogether.